Welcome back, everyone, to Barely Afraid, the only place where you get to hear scary stories and listen to me, the most handsome, wise bear around, tell you exactly why they're terrifying. I'm your host, Bruno, along with my little brother and assistant, Bud.
Ha, please. You couldn't do this without me. Who else is going to keep you awake and remind you how old you're getting? Plus, my reactions are way better.
Anyway, today's stories are creepy enough to make even you shut up for a minute. Let's get into it. You ready for today's story? This one's gonna make your little panda fur stand on end.
Yeah, bring it on, old bear.
It's called The Thing in the Crawl Space. I moved into this old rental house last month. The floors creaked, the windows stuck, and the pipes howled at night. But the worst thing was the crawl space door in my bedroom closet. Every night I'd hear scratching from inside. Sometimes it was faint, like tiny nails on wood. Other times it sounded deliberate, like something was testing the door. One night, curiosity got the best of me. I shoved aside my shoes, grabbed a flashlight, and opened it. The smell hit me first. Damp wood and rotting leaves. Then the cold. My light barely reached the back, but something moved there. A shape too large to be a rat, too quiet to be human. It scuttled toward me on all fours, its head low, long hair dragging against dirt. I slammed the door shut so fast my flashlight fell inside. I pressed my ear against the wood. It wasn't scratching anymore, it was breathing. Slow and heavy, waiting. That was 3 nights ago. Last night the scratching came back, but this time it was coming from under my bed.
That's it? That was like 2 seconds.
Okay, hold up. Let's put ourselves in this dude's position. We move in here scratching, find something crawling around in our crawl space, slam the door, and then later hear it scratching under the bed. What you doing next?
Nope. Moving out, burning the house, deleting my memories. Problem solved.
Seriously, though, what would you do if you saw something crawling at you like that? Like long hair, no face, just scuttling at you?
I'd throw you at it and run. You're older, you've lived enough life.
Wow, thanks, man. Real brotherly love.
Hey, if it's between me and the demon crawl space lady, it's gonna be you. Besides, you're the one who read the story out loud. That's basically like inviting her in.
Oh, great. Guess I'm sleeping in your room tonight.
Yeah, right. I don't think you can even fit through the door anymore.
Anyways, my terrified little cubs, that was our first story of the night. Told to you by yours truly, Bruno, the storytelling legend.
Legend? You almost fell asleep reading it, old man.
I was adding suspense. Anyway, it's your turn, bud.
Fine. Sit back, big bro. It's time for a real storyteller to show you how it's done.
Don't mess this up.
Oh, I won't. Tonight's second story is going to make your first stand on end, if you even have enough left up there.
Just read the story.
All right, tonight's story isn't mine. I found it online on the way over here. Don't worry, it's super spooky. Check it out. It comes from I'm a Wimp 123. It's called My Town Cemetery.
Oh, Lord.
I never thought I'd share this, but last year something happened to me that I still can't explain. There's a cemetery on the edge of our small town. You know the type. Old stone gates, moss-covered headstones, and trees so twisted it looks like they're trying to climb out of the earth themselves. It was October, a few days before Halloween. My friends and I thought it'd be fun to sneak in at midnight and film some videos. We'd heard the local legend that if you walked around the old oak tree in the center of the cemetery 3 times backwards, something would follow you home. I never believed in that stuff. That night was freezing. Our breaths came out in little clouds, and the only light we had was from our phones. My friend Kayla dared me to do it. She laughed and said if I chickened out, she'd post my worst baby photo on her story. So I did it. First lap, nothing. Just the sound of leaves crunching under my feet. Second lap, I started to hear whispers, but I thought it was the wind. Third lap, everything went silent. Even the wind stopped. I remember turning around to tell Kayla it was done, but she wasn't there. None of them were. I was standing alone in the middle of the cemetery. My phone wouldn't turn on, and the darkness felt so heavy, it was hard to breathe. Then I heard it. Footsteps behind me, slow and dragging through the fallen leaves. I froze. I couldn't move even though every cell in my body was screaming at me to run. Footsteps stopped right behind me. I felt something cold brush against my neck, like icy fingers. Then a voice whispered in my ear, so close I could feel the breath. "Thank you for bringing me home." Suddenly the lights from my friends' phones were back, and they were all calling my name. I spun around, but no one was there. I ran out of that cemetery faster than I've ever run in my life. Since then, things haven't been right at home. Doors open by themselves. I hear whispers when I'm trying to sleep. And every morning, there's dirt on my bedroom floor, like someone's been walking around during the night. I don't know what followed me home from that cemetery, but I know it's still here.
Not bad, almost had me there.
Almost? Did you not hear the part about something whispering right behind him? That's nightmare fuel.
I've heard scarier things.
Like what? Your stomach growling when you haven't had your third dinner?
Hmm. That's not scary, that's just survival instinct.
Uh-huh. Survival instinct. Like when you screamed last week because Cha-Cha the raccoon got into the trash cans again?
That was a battle cry.
Sure. Next time I'll record your battle cry and send it in for the blooper reel.
Yeah, ghosts or raccoons can't scare me. The only thing that scares me is running out of honey.
And hair. Don't forget running out of hair, old man.
Keep talking, bud, keep talking. All right, enough ghostly whispering for now. It's my turn again.
Oh boy. What masterpiece are you about to read this time?
Actually, this next story comes from a fan. It was sent in to us to read.
Wait. A fan? Didn't we just launch this channel like 5 minutes ago?
They wanted to remain anonymous, but said it was important for us to share it, so we've changed the name in the story.
Yeah, right. The only fan we have is Producer Bear, and that's just because he pays us bamboo chips and honey instead of actual Benjamins.
Shush. Says here it's a story about something that's following a person through the woods on a 3-day nature hike. Ah, the great outdoors, just how I like it.
Fine, read it. But if you start snoring halfway through, I'm cutting the cameras.
Keep your paws to yourself and let the professional do his job. All right, Cubs, our first fan story coming at you live.
Again with the fan thing? This is literally our first episode.
It's a story about hiking alone. So if any of you out there think it's brave to go into the woods by yourself, maybe this will change your mind. Claire just wanted 3 days alone in the forest. Peace, quiet, and the sound of wind rustling through pine needles. She planned the hike for months, a full loop trail that took her deep into the heart of the national park, away from people, traffic, and the suffocating life she had back in town. Day one was perfect. Birds chirped overhead, the sun filtered down through tall trees, and she felt free for the first time in years. She set up camp just off the trail, tucked between two boulders that shielded her from the breeze. As she drifted off to sleep in her tent, she thought she heard twigs snapping nearby. But it was a forest. There were squirrels, deer, raccoons. She ignored it. Day two was colder. Clouds moved in and blanketed the sky in gray. She walked for miles, weaving through dense underbrush and over fallen logs. Every so often she stopped to drink water and catch her breath. That's when she noticed it. Footprints, not hers. Larger, deeper in the mud. She told herself it was just another hiker ahead of her. But each time she stopped to rest, she felt eyes watching from somewhere behind the trees. At camp that night, she barely slept. She thought she heard breathing, slow and heavy just outside her tent. When she woke on the third morning, there were footprints circling her tent, over and over. They never led away. Claire packed up before sunrise, desperate to finish the last stretch and get back to civilization. The forest was silent that day. No birds, no wind. only the crunch of her boots on fallen leaves and the pounding of her heart. She never saw anyone, but at every turn she felt it there, waiting, watching, staying just out of sight. When she reached her car, she threw her pack in the trunk and didn't even change out of her muddy boots before driving away. In her rearview mirror, just before the road curved out of the forest, she swore she saw a shape step onto the road behind her, tall, impossibly thin, and covered in shadows. She blinked, it was gone. Claire never hiked alone again.
Nope. See, this is why I only hike to the fridge.
Nothing wrong with a good hike. Builds character.
Builds character? Did you not hear the part about the footprint circling her tent?
Maybe it was just a friendly forest spirit making sure she was safe.
Yeah, friendly. Like Cha-Cha the raccoon is friendly when she rips open our trash bags.
Well, little cubs, that wraps up our very first episode of Barely Afraid. Hope you enjoyed getting spooked with us tonight.
Little cubs. You know nobody's watching, right? We don't have fans yet. Just Producer Bear sitting there behind the camera with his stale honey cookies.
From here on out, you can catch new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. That's right, 2 episodes a week to keep your fur standing on end.
If anyone is watching, and you actually survived my reading voice and his old bear ramblings, send in your scariest stories to us at barelyafraid@gmail.com. That's right, we still use Gmail like forest peasants.
It works fine, bud.
Yeah, but don't real channels have their own domain by now? Like stories at barelyafraid.com or something like that?
All right, that's enough out of you for today. Stay spooky out there. We'll see you next time on Barely Afraid.
I mean, our mouths don't even move.
Shut up, bud.